Hello everyone, this is Riya Singh, the technical analyst for currency for Nirmal Bank. So let's talk on the hot topic of today, which is the Franklin Templeton winding down six of its mutual funds. So what can we expect from this situation, and how will it weigh on the rupee? So with the current economic and market fallout from the coronavirus crisis, Franklin Templeton situation sure will rock the mindset of the RBI. Though the assets covered in these debt funds account for 1% of the total mutual fund asset, it isn't a significant one, but yes, it will definitely lead to a panic among the mutual fund investors. So one must understand that the mutual funds that were wind down by the Franklin Templeton House were of a high risk, high return nature and had a declining performance with even attaining a negative return. So the best way for the RBI was to handle the situation is to open up a tranche or a door to provide the liquidity to aid the redemption pressure and to keep a close eye on how the situation develops. The RBI therefore came today in regards to the same by announcing around 50,000 crores in order to help the mutual funds. The funds will be open from today till May 2020 or till the whole amount has been utilized. The funds which the RBI has come forth will be available first to the banks and are purely meant to meet the liquidity requirement of the stressed mutual funds. The banks can avail this from RBI at lower rates and then extend the same to the mutual fund houses as a loan or against the collateral such as corporate bonds, CPs, debentures and certificates of deposit held by the mutual funds. The steps taken by the RBI today will definitely ease concerns of the investors to some extent and also bring down the pressure on the mutual funds and aid the redemption process. So, talking about the extent of this, where on one hand, where the RBI has to pump in liquidity to keep in the credit line flowing for the banks and the economic revival, there is also pressure to raise money from the market for the Prime Minister Fund in order to, put forth the fiscal monetary easing that is announced by the government. The rupee, though now standing at a weakest level, the depreciation could have been further if the RBI had not come in to curb the same from time to time. But if we look at the path ahead, until there is an affirmation of the virus outbreak slowing down, it will be very difficult for the rupee to achieve the 70 to 70 level anywhere in the coming months. Also, talking about the economy stabilizing, it will play a very key factor for the rupee to appreciate. But if we look at the current scenarios where there is a delay in the fiscal packages that was announced by the FM, the first fiscal package is still at a delay after even announcing the second package. The unemployment and the insolvencies are on a rise. It seems that there will be more of a contraction that will come in the economy rather than a pickup. So, if we look whether how far the rupee will depreciate, so if we compare the rupee performance in respect with the other emerging market currencies, the pace of the decline has been slow. Also, the RBI has been quite active in taking action when it came to curb the fall and the India's, the low burden of forex debt, which we have observed is at 10% GDP compared to the 35% of the emerging markets, will definitely have some effect on the rupee depreciation. So for rupee to reach 80 levels, the factors that we need to monitor or to consider or that will play a part will be how far will the RBI go on to risk its depletion of reserves from the regular intervention that it does in order to curb the depreciation of the rupee. Also, how far the uncertainty around the COVID-19 situation will prolong. The sell-off in the equities, which today, takes at highest, the risk that the rupee is facing, raised on the highest is the sell-off from the equities. How far will that go on? So, taking consideration of these factors, we can expect another 3% to 4% decline in the nearby current picture. Now, let's talk about the EU meet that happened. So, the leaders have endorsed a 540 billion euro package to roll out for the economy. So part of the agreement that was decided on the EU meet was to give the countries to borrow the fund from the Eurozone bailout fund that they have kept. So the countries who are facing a crisis, especially the worst hit countries like Italy, could borrow the fund from the Eurozone bailout fund. The COVID-19 pandemic has remained a major market motor not only in Europe but around the world. So the upcoming week will be quite a busy one, as it will include central bank meetings and the first estimate of Q1 GDP, where in the US and the EU numbers will come in. So overall, the numbers are expected to reflect just partially the negative effects of the current crisis. Worse than expected outcome should not be a big surprise, taking into consideration the overall situation development that is happening around the globe, the economy contracting, the numbers that have been released so far have been very depressing. So, taking into these considerations, the worst can be expected. Also, the thing to look forward will be the FOMC meet, which is scheduled for tomorrow, in which we are expecting that the Fed will continue with the liquidity action guidelines for the pandemic situation and will not head for a negative rate. So, this was the update on the currency front. Please stay home and stay safe. Thank you.